Good afternoon, everyone. I figured I would return and give an overview of what I executed today on GBP JPY for the New York session. We weren't late, but the stream was. We were analyzing back here whenever price was around 150.6, and then we started rising up to 150.7, and then we hit 150.8, established support level. We were consolidating. We knew that we had to wait for a breakout, and we would execute the trade. So, in anticipation, we know that we have momentum to the upside. We have higher highs being established, higher lows. So, the probabilities of another higher high being made is more likely to happen than price coming all the way back down from where it's creating structure to move up. Because based off of our levels to the left, we were headed up from support levels of 150.5 all the way up to 150.8. So, in anticipation for New York session to push this up, here we were, waiting for this candle to either break and push, or this high get broken. So these candles this is the lower time frame. I'm actually gonna unsave that and analyze on the 15 minute because that's where we executed. So we were waiting for the 15-minute candle to close. Price was still in momentum. I executed here at 150. I am gonna look up the number. Okay, yeah, that is the number. 150.817. Let me confirm that because I like to make sure. Yeah, 150.819 was my entry. So we entered right here on 150.819 in anticipation that we were coming up to this level. Rule it out. We had a 10 pip range, which perfect. It actually went 9 pips. So in this situation, we were managing trades because price was starting to go up. We were testing our high. We were moving out. We broke. Let me do this. Broke this high. So this candle started breaking this high. So we knew that we had high probability to continue up to 150.9. Well, you can see that we just tapped the high of this candle was 150.896. So you can see the precision and why you have to start waiting and anticipating something to happen at specific levels, because we can come to the left. Delete this before it confuses people. If we go to the left, we can see that we have some type of resistance here. We can go in the line chart first just to make sure. We can see that it has a high rejection level because this came straight through it. There's nothing that can hold it support-wise, and then we also broke through it here. So there's no support at all. 30-minute. Let's go back to the candles. And on the 5-minute, you would see some candles in this candle right here, and then we get dropped down to 1 minute just so you can visualize in the future. Come all the way to the left and you'll see, look at this resistance level right here. So that is a very strong resistance level. Gaps always get filled, but look how big the gap was over the weekend to just drop the price that far. So the gap was filled all through this range overnight. Opening Monday, Asian, coming in London session, and New York open in this area. So these were your entry candles here. I knew that I was waiting for the break of the wick on the hourly. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so it was technically this wick right here over the long term. It broke this candle in bullish momentum. So on the 30-minute, you'll see that this candle right here pushed. This candle closed above this candle's high. This candle closed above this resistance that was over here, and then we have bullish confirmation all through the next 4 hours. So you can see that this is 4 hours in this 4-hour candle, but of course you have all your other consolidation levels, and you can see once it hit 150.9, that's a strong level from the left that pushed price all the way back down. Look how far it came down, almost to the price where the gap was. But even still, that was a strong resistance level for it to push price all the way down. So we managed 50% of our trades and took some losses on there. We were actually down 17%. So I waited. I was going to get off. I waited because I knew that the New York candle still had to open. And then come 8 o'clock, our new 4-hour candle was going to open. So you can see over one 4-hour candle, we came all the way up. The next 4-hour candle, we came all the way down. So now price started closing below 150.8. Well, I know once price starts breaking below my wicks, and this is where my stop loss was, so 100% of our trades were taken out. We took the loss. We knew that we could analyze a little more, so we took advantage of it. Now switching all of our analysis over, pretty much deleting everything we did. Price started to flip around. Now we have a break of this support level, a close, and then now if you look to the left, this is our next major support level that needs to be tested. So you can see that this candle, we knew that we broke this candle's wick on the low. Enter. I entered on 150.592 and took profit at 150.383, and it only went down to 150. Yeah, it only went down to 150.333. So you can see that it consolidated more, and now we're all the way back up into the 0.7s. So stop losses were needed. If anybody didn't take profits, they took it. But you could see our trading plan right here on the left hand side. Don't overtrade, don't get greedy, and take your profits. Most of the time you can leave a break even stop loss, and if it was to go any further, it was. But in this case, it didn't. It did make a new low. Actually, it didn't make a new low, but it tested the lows of this support at 150.5, and that was the range from the weekend. We're still sitting in between 150.8 and 150.5. So the market's just going to fluctuate back and forth until we can actually close below either one of those levels to test our next support and resistance, which would be this. The next support is 150.2, and our next resistance would be 150.9 again, because we have a high that was established, and that's the next place that it's probable to go and test to see if we can go to a higher level, maybe to 151s. that may be a week or maybe next month, but the market cycles and consolidates, accumulates, so that it can push the price and then do it all over again. That's why we see break and retests of price, and we can execute on the highs and lows being broken. So, as price flipped around, we executed in momentum of the break of the candles. On the hourly, you can see on the overall, we had major resistance and major rejection on the hourly. As soon as this candle opened and started pushing below this wick, price started pushing down. And that's the momentum that you want to catch. That's the momentum you want to be in before the price and before the market moves, so that you get less commissions and your spreads are the lowest. So this is why you want to analyze and be fluid in the market, because we were originally looking for buys all on this 4-hour candle. And then the market ended up flipping around and came all the way back down to our support level at 150.350. So you can see how it's very important to be ready to take your profits if you are scalping, and have your stop losses and everything set if you are going to leave it, because the market turned around. You were right, but the market turned around on you and you lost out on it. So now you probably thought it was wrong. Which you weren't wrong. The market just doesn't always move like we think it will, and we have to accept what it gives us. So on March 22nd, 2021, we were trading GBP, JPY, London close, New York open, overlap. And that is whenever the most money is moving through the market, is whenever two of the largest countries have the markets open at the same time, which is London and New York, from 6:30 to 8 o'clock in the morning. That's whenever the London is closing and New York is opening, so the spreads are crossed over and you get the lowest, and there's the most money moving through the market at that time. So that's why we trade pre-New York, London close, is because we can capitalize on the movement that the market's going to give us. All right. We analyze with anticipation. To push the hour high to 150.9, resistance, entered, until price reached 151.868 and 50% profit was taken. Price then reversed off resistance, then rejected resistance for New York Open at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. All right, and then being fluid, price presented a reversal candle with momentum and a range to fill. Price entries were taken. Targeted 151.5, 151.5, and took 100% profits. Trading day ended. Successfully. All right. All right, it's the 22nd. Got GBP, JPY. Gonna go to my FX book so you guys can see the statistics. We actually took a loss today and we regained 100% plus 5 plus 5.57%. So we took a couple losses, but the account grew by being fluid. If we weren't fluid and didn't know how to see the odds of what price was doing, then we would have still been negative. We were down 17.8 and we came back, and now we're up 17.65. All right. %. And we're growing a $40 account, so the numbers don't seem large right now, but just wait and you're going to see the compounding power of the strategy. So we got a daily gain of 5.57. We went into a 30.25% down draw and came back 100%. We put $43.66 in, and we are now up 17.65, and that puts us at 50.66. Growth, slow growth, the power of compounding and using money to work for you. It's live progress on this account. Actually, yeah, that's the right paper. All right. Yeah. All right, so our updates are done. Our trading day is over. It was successful. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Good job, everyone. Everyone that watched the stream was profitable. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. I just wanted to show everyone that this is what happened this morning. I know that we did a stream and I ended it pretty early whenever we were coming out of the first original buys, but I figured I'd make another video just to show you guys what happened after the first stream ended and how I executed the trade as price began candle closure below support. The trades were executed in momentum and I targeted 150.5. So the day was successful. We're ending the day at 17.65%. And anyone who entered the market thinking that this was going to continue down, you got messed up. Got messed up, man. So that'll be all for this stream. I hope everyone has a great day, and I hope you guys got some type of value from this video. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for joining.